Hello watchers. Welcome to the Recall Lab. Today we will gonna explain a 2003 sci-fi action movie in which Earth's core stops its movement, which results in vanishing of Earth's electromagnetic field. Then a group of scientists tries to find a way to start the movement of core. So let's begin and watch out for spoilers. The movie begins where we see today due to unknown reason many people fainted and because of which many accidents happened in the city. Then we see Josh, who is a professor at University of Chicago. He was demonstrating about waves to the class, and that time two government officials came and asked him to come with them. Then they went to Washington where Josh meets his friend Serge, and they went inside the room where they saw many dead bodies, so they thought they came in wrong room, but then they meet General Thomas. He explained that this information is secret. He told that today morning at 10:30, 30 people died, and they want to know whether this is natural or there is any device which can do that. Josh told that no such kind of device has been built, but he also said it cannot be natural. But General said he just wants to know whether it's a sign for war or not, and as you said it is not, so we will not discuss anything more. Next day in London, birds starts behaving abnormally and they start crashing to the building and cars. Many vehicles crashed and people got injured in this. When Josh see this news, he got a feeling that something is wrong. He assigned tasks to his assistants and starts studying about changes in Earth's magnetic field and animals and birds' migration. Then next one spacecraft of NASA was landing on Earth, but when they reached close to the surface they realized that the data that they get was wrong and they were about to hit Los Angeles. As they have no option left, so they decides to land in the river. They somehow manages to stop the shuttle before it collides with any structure. Then Josh went to meet Dr. Konrad Zimski. Josh presents his research to him and said world's end is written in this. That day Zimski read it and said maybe you are wrong, and then Josh told we will know in future who is wrong when big incidents will start happening. After Josh left, Zimski opened his locker and take out one file on which secret is written. Then we see Rebecca, who is worried about the shuttle they crash. She talks with General Thomas, but he didn't know what the committee will decide. And then Zimski called Thomas and told we're in a big problem. Then they went outside and see strange patterns in sky. Then all the senior officials call a secret meeting and they call Josh over there. Zimski was already there. He asked Josh to explain everything to the members. Then Josh explains everyone that the core act as an engine for Earth's electromagnetic wave, and now the core stops moving and that's why electromagnetic field is vanishing. And within 1 year no one will be alive on Earth. General asked for any solution, but Josh said that even we found any solution we didn't have any machine that can reach to the core. Then Zimski said we have one method to reach to the core, and we will use explosion to restart the core movement. Then they went to meet Dr. Braz, and their Braz showed them the machine he built which can easily make hole through a mountain. He also showed them a box which is made by 37 elements and that metal can sustain any amount of heat and pressure. General asked Braz to complete the project within 3 months. Next person they hire was a tech genius whose name is Theodore. Josh convinced him to work with them and control the news on internet. Then Rebecca and other shuttle members were chosen for the next mission. Many people who are experts in their field were called, and Josh explained everyone about what's going on and what everyone has to do in the next 3 months. They start preparing and do practice simulation to train themselves, but they failed all the time. Now only 5 days were remaining and they saw a static charge storm in the sky. They calculate that Rome will be the first place which is going to hit by this storm. Then lightning starts all over the places in Rome. Within few minutes the building starts collapsing, and after some time whole city has been destroyed. After seeing that the disaster is close, they decide to start the mission. They all went to Marine Trench and went in the machine. They check all the connection and got the permission to leave. They start moving downward and then some whales surround them and seems like they were talking with them. After some time an earthquake happens and the earth crust starts breaking, and then they stuck in ocean currents. They somehow manages to reach inside the earth crust. Luckily the machine is working properly and they are not facing any problem in traveling their distance. Then after traveling for hours they reach to location which in hollow, that means inside Earth a hollow layer was present, and when they enter in this layer they start falling and crashed on the ground where huge crystals were present, and one of the crystals stuck in the laser system. Now they went outside and start cutting the crystal, but from the path they came lava starts coming in, so Josh connects cutter to his oxygen so that it will cut the crystal faster. They successful cut the crystal, but when they were returning Captain was hit by one crystal and then he died. Now Rebecca controls the ship and she starts the laser system and they start moving again. They travel for 1 day and now they reach to a layer of giant diamonds. Josh, Serge and Braz were checking the bombs, but then the structure collides with the diamond, so they left the compartment, but Serge went there and gave those bombs to Josh. As door closes, Serge cannot make out to the compartment and then he died in it and compartment got detached from the structure. Josh was very sad as he lost his best friend and fights with Rebecca for not opening the door. Then they enter into the outer core. They found out that its density is less than what they expected and they were moving faster than they planned. Rebecca says it's good, we will reach to the destination quickly, but then Zinsky said that the wave which will be produced by bomb will not travel much distance and then we can't able to restart the core movement. Zinsky said that they should return to the base and form a new plan, but no one agrees with him and they decide to move forward. Then on the surface of Earth a hole forms in the magnetic layer of Earth and sunlight directly entered from that and destroyed whatever comes in its way. It destroyed complete San Francisco, thousands of people died. So General decides to launch new mission, which means if they initiate new mission Josh and his team will gonna die in the core. So, Theodore contact Josh and told him what General is planning. Josh asks him to slow down the process as they need more time to complete the mission. Josh and Braz were not able to find any solution, but then Zinsky suggested that we will do 5 explosions in place of 1 at different location, which will generate a massive shock wave and will gonna start the movement of core. They decide that they will put 1 nuke in each compartment and then they will dislodge them at right location. But someone has to go outside to start the switch to dislodge the compartment. But the problem is that whoever goes outside, he will not be able to return inside the ship. Braz says he will go outside as he is the one who designed the ship. We see Braz able to start the switch, but after that he died. Here we see Theodore find the project and he stops it by transferring its energy to different location. Josh and his team was ejecting compartment on their location. But they were hit by an energy wave and Zinsky's leg was stuck under that nuke bomb. He told Josh to leave him and said to increase the size of last explosion, they must use the fuel rods from the reactor. Then Josh went and take out the nuclear rod from engine. Then he ejected the last compartment and went in the cabin and told Rebecca about the situation. Now they don't have enough energy to go back to the surface. Josh find a way to convert heat of core into energy by which they can travel back to the surface. After the explosions the core starts moving again and everyone starts celebrating on the surface. Josh's plan also works and they start moving towards the surface with very high speed. But at the end their signal lost and everyone thought they were dead. Later we see they came out of the hole, but now they cannot communicate with anyone. Josh and Rebecca thought they will die here. They take help from ultrasonic waves and communicate with whales, and those whales go to the surface. Theodore understands that Josh was trying to communicate with them, so they follow the whales. They found them and take out the engine from the sea. In the end Theodore hacks many devices and share the information about the project and how people sacrifice their life to save humanity so that whole world will remember them as hero. The movie ends here.